Hi everybody, I finally made it on just before 8:30. I'll give people a couple of minutes just to pop on. Tells me that it's telling my followers that I'm live, so hi. So what I'm going to do is show you a really quick, easy and simple way to use your overlocker or serger to gather. So I know a lot of people get a bit annoyed with how to gather. The proper way is to sew 2 basting stitches and then pull the gathers, which I do if I'm working with wovens and I want a really nice even gather. But if I'm working with knits or I just want a really quick and dirty kind of gather, this is the way to do it. So what I'm going to do is flip my camera. So you've got your overlocker or serger, and it should be set to the default. So I've got my needles. This is what works for my machine. My left and right needle are set at 3. My upper looper is set to 2. And my lower looper is set to 4. And then you've got your stitch length, which I've got set to 3. And my differential is set to 1.5. So if I was to sew like that, I would get a nice straight stitch. But what we want to do is get this kind of gathered look. And it's just a couple of simple things. So we're going to change our differential up to the highest, which for me is about 2 and a bit. Then you're going to change your stitch length up to about 5 or 4.5. You'll see that if you change one, it kind of changes the other. They have a maximum speed on each. So we've got our differential set to 2. Our stitch length is on about 4.5. And then if I was to sew just like that, I'll show you what we would get. A nice, gentle gather. So that's quite a nice gather, really simple, easy. Now, if I want the gather to be more, I'm going to change my needle tension. So if I want to go up, let's put it up to 7. Get another bit. And I will sew this one. Oops, missed it. I don't think it's one of my needles has come out. Let me try again. My left needle is gone a bit funny, so give me a tick. Always good to have a pair of tweezers handy when you're working with your sewing machines, sergers, overlockers, cover stitches, all that, because you never know when you'll need it. I'm just going to rethread this one. Oh, and that's why it's falling down the back. Gotta love technical issues, don't you? So I'll just rethread this one. Does anyone else love doing threading overlockers? Okay. All right. We're back in business. All right, there we go. So let me try this one again. And it should gather it a little bit harder than the other ones. So this one is a tighter gather compared to this one. So that's how you do a really quick gather on your overlocker. So you change these. Make sure you remember to change it back to your... Good idea to note those down before you start, because otherwise you can get confused. But then if you do want to make it tighter, you can get, I've got tweezers here, but what you do is you pick out your 2 needle threads. So not your upper and your lower, but your 2 needle threads. And you can control how tightly or loosely your gathering is. So that is my very quick how to do your gathering on an overlocker. Hopefully that's helped. I am going to try and do a couple more lives, hopefully on nights when my children go to sleep on time, with different things. So if there's something you want to see me do, just let me know. Send me a DM, write a comment below, whatever you want. So yeah, otherwise have a play with it. You can't do much wrong. Just, note down your settings and don't forget to change it back before you do it, because I've done that before where I've done my gathering and then gone to attach it to my skirt and then it starts to gather the whole thing. Not fun. So yeah, hopefully that was helpful, and yeah, good luck.